Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well. The fight of words between Donald Trump and former president of the Russian Federation, Dmitry Medvedev, heated up. Why? Because one of the two thinks that he can tell the other what to do. And the other just tells the other one, the tyrant, that you can't do whatever you want with me and you can't tell me what to do. And there is a spat of words between Trump and Medvedev. I will share it with you. I have 4 articles, 2 coming from the Ukrainian media outlets and 2 coming from the Russians. I will tell you how it started and how it evolved and where we are at this point. But before I do that, I would like to introduce to you my new acquisition. And that is a AK-47 and that is a Zastava. It is a Serbian made military grade AK-47. Hurrah! I'm so glad I did it. And not only that I did it today, because today in my life is a special day. It was the birthday of someone very dear to me. So, congratulations to me, and I will present it to you. Here is the Zastava for you. It's empty magazine right there. This is it. This is the one that I wanted in this exact color. All right? So, as I said, nothing there. This is the new Emil's little thing for his little new property. Okay? Remember, there's nothing there. Nothing there. So we're not going to use the trigger, but I just want to show you what we have here. This is according to the guys that sold it to me, military grade. This is built by the Serbs, shipped in the United States of America, assembled by Zastava USA.com, which is not the arms and other people who don't do such a good job. This is a fantastic weapon. It has here, right here for the scope. Obviously, this is a beautiful weapon. I like obviously the color. In this respect, I'm more like a woman. I like the shape sometimes more than the quality, but this is a good quality graded weapon. Again, just do that, and I'm going to do nothing. You don't close your eyes, you just keep one open. Here it is, my friends, my new Zastava, Serbia über, you know what I mean. Here it is again, and I will buy the Chinese rounds, 5,000 of them with about $500, and I will go and try it. This is how it came assembled. Zastava, or Z if you want. Alright, and this is the original. The case is polymer or plastic. I'm going to look for metal one as soon as I can get one from the internet or wherever I find one. And this is the original case, at least the one that was sold to me. And then you have Zastava USA, and I'm very happy about it. I like the Serbs very much, so I'm very glad that I have this one too. All right, so let's move to this spat between a wannabe emperor of the world and the other one who does not want to be his servant. That is Trump and Medvedev. This is the first article. Ukrainska Pravda. This comes from the Ukrainians. So obviously they love Trump and they hate Medvedev. Tell Medvedev to watch his words. Trump criticizes former Russian president's rhetoric. Who started the rhetoric? Who was the initiator? This guy right here. He, because remember, he comes from the private sector. In the private sector, you're almost like God. So you tell everybody to shut the fuck up. It's your company and you do things the way you want. I run it the way I want. You don't like it, get the fuck out. You're fired. Kind of like that. So all of a sudden he has to play Democrat when he has to negotiate the art of the deal. You know how he negotiates. Gets this and say, I got it, you got a knife, let's negotiate. And by the way, this is empty, but I can put something in it. All right, I'm strong. You see how I just handle it with one hand. Anyway, so what happened here? This guy treats Medvedev, watch your words. Remember, maybe you watched the 300 Spartans, and the emissary from the Persians, when they show up at King Leonidas in Sparta, he said, King Leonidas, or mighty king, or whatever he calls him, choose your words wisely. Do you know what happened next? Leonidas says, looks at his girlfriend, wife. She says, fuck him up. He turns around and then he says, this is Sparta. And again, bang, front kick, Mike Getty. And the guy is like, ooh, boom. So, watch your words, says Mr. Trump to Mr. Medvedev. Now, Mr. Medvedev, if I know correctly, he was a KGB agent. Wasn't he? Trump was not. Did he go into military, Mr. Trump? No. What did he do? Well, he dealt money and he dealt business. So he was safe. Like JFK. JFK at least had some military history when he met Mr. Khrushchev, who was in Stalingrad, not Leningrad, not St. Petersburg. All right, so let's go and see what this guy says. U.S. President Donald Trump has said that Dmitry Medvedev, deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, should choose his word more carefully, as his statements are entering very dangerous territory. Like, what are you gonna do? Jerk me off? Blow me? What exactly are you gonna do? So, I know from experience that the person who says, mind your words, be careful what you say, usually is the guy who's gonna give you a smackdown real bad. He's not a guy who's the inferior guy. He's the guy who knows, and everybody knows, he's gonna smack you. Trump cannot smack Medvedev. United States of America cannot smack Russia. That's a fact. They have both nuclear weapons. So how are you gonna smack them? Blah, 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 and all the above. Let's go and see what this guy said further. And this is what he says. I don't care what India does with Russia. They can take their dead economies down together. No, because you impose sanctions and tariffs. That means you care. For all I care, we have done very little business with India. Their tariffs are too high, among the highest in the world. But we don't care about them, but we care. He's an imbecile. Likewise, Russia and the United States do almost no business together. Let's keep it that way. And tell Medvedev, the failed former president of Russia. Why was he failed? Why did he fail? He ran one time for office, for president. One time he won, and that's it. Trump ran 3 times. First time he won, the second time he lost, and the third time he was allowed to be selected by them. Why? Because he's doing what he's doing right now. And he says, who thinks he's still president to watch his words? Or what? He's entering very dangerous territory. Like what? Trump doesn't even can even walk straight. Did you see how he walks with ixy fixy? You're fucking like a woman. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't threaten everybody. Or anybody, for that matter. Anyway, so this is Mr. Trump. And I'm going to tell you what Mr. Medvedev said to this guy. It's true that Mr. Trump ate better than Mr. Medvedev. That's why he's 6'4" something, 6 point something, and the other one is not. But, you know, what can you do? Nature versus nurture. Trump fires back. No, he doesn't fire back. He was the guy who shot first. The first thing by issuing ultimatums to Russia. It was he who started first. Then Medvedev said, you don't tell us what to do, and then if you continue like that and give us ultimatums, we can go to war. Is that what you want? And now he hits back. No, you were the initiator. You need a smackdown, it seems like. All right, tell Medvedev to the failed ex-president because he's stepping into very dangerous territory. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? All right, and then we see what's going on. Trump says Medvedev entering very dangerous territory, according to Russia Today. Again, here is the guy. failed leader, Trump. All right, this is what Medvedev said. Medvedev responsive saying the nervous reaction by the American leader simply proved that Russia was right in its policy choices and should maintain its course. And this is what he said. Earlier, Medvedev responded, this is the true chronology of events. Medvedev responded to remarks by U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham, who warned Russia to comply with Trump's demands being the first rock, which was ultimatums for swift peace talks with Ukraine or face consequences. Medvedev retorted that it's not for you or Trump to dictate when to get at the peace table. So he said about that, he told it to Lindsey Graham. Medvedev has criticized what he described as Trump's theatrical ultimatums, which is true, warning that such pressure tactics only increase the risk of a direct conflict between the two nuclear powers. And he said, don't go down the Sleepy Joe road. He said, referring Trump's mocking nickname for former President Joe Biden. Russia continues to assert that it will be meat, and here. Medvedev mocks Trump's nervous reaction. Russia is on the right course, judging by emotional criticism from the U.S. leader, the former president has argued. U.S. President two words were nervous reaction and are evidence that Moscow is pursuing the right path. So, and I'm quoting right here, if some words from the former president of Russia trigger such a nervous reaction from the high and mighty president of the United States, then Russia is doing everything right and will continue to proceed along its own path. Medvedev, who currently serves as You understand that? So he said, if you are so nervous, that means we're doing something right. That means we touched a nerve. Remember, we don't care about India and Russia, those collapsing economies, but we care much. We impose 25% tariffs on India because we care, because they do business with Russia, but we don't care about those business. Who talks like this? Is this rational? Now, I know that some people might try to justify it by, he is unpredictable, that's how business, the art of war is, the art of deceiving and all that, blah, 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 blah. I've been around too long and heard Trump too many times in order to know how that guy thinks. So far, you say, Emil, you're so smart. Actually, I am. In Trump's issue, I can write a Trumpology, if you want, with this guy. He's sometimes is really childish what he says. He talks like he can do things. We all know he can't do squat, and he still talks. And you say, well, that's his job. To embarrass yourself? Does Putin do the same thing? Rasputin does the same thing? Have you heard Putin threatening and giving ultimatums left and right and threatening people and countries with sanctions? Have you heard him say that? Have you heard Xi Jinping saying that? Have you heard the Ayatollah? Yeah, okay, Israel, okay. Have you heard who? Have you heard what's his name? Maduro from Venezuela. All the bad people. But Trump is all full of threats and bombing and hitting, and I'm going to tell you what to do, and you do what I tell you. What is this? This is Chicago, 1920s and 30s? Is that what it is? Or is it a bazaar? All right, my friends, thank you very much for being with me again today. The reason why I'm very upset, to put it mildly, is not because I like Russia and I despise or I dislike the United States of America. Is the fact that when I look at our leaders, supposed leaders, elected officials, people who we hire to do a good job, being like that. That's what bothers me. The same with Ukraine. I'm not angry with Ukraine. I don't want, Russia. I want Russia to win in Ukraine, to beat the Ukrainians. That's not what I want. I don't want NATO and the guys handling NATO to win by using the Ukrainians. That's what I don't like. I don't like when these guys are using innocent people and countries to fix their problems, their hegemonic problems. taking over. That's what I don't like. And yes, if I look at the Russians and I looked at NATO, who came to whose door? Was it Putin who came at NATO's door, or was it NATO kicking the door in Ukraine, overthrowing a government and so on, arming a country ready to do this and that? So however you want to take it, I'm upset with our people. Let's put it this way. Not with them, with our people. We are led by a bunch of incompetent, I would go almost to call them traitors. Because a traitor has an allegiance for something else than the country he supposedly represents. And I'm not calling Trump a traitor, but people get close to this, a condition. That's why I'm upset, because I see Medvedev, I see Lavrov, the foreign minister of the Russian Federation, and I look at fucking Rubio, or I look at the other one, Blinken. These are our people. Or I look at Annalena Baerbock, the former foreign minister of Germany, or Liz Truss, the former foreign minister and prime minister of Great Britain, or Kaja Kallas, the top diplomat, the foreign minister of the European Union. These are our people. And there are infantile baboons compared with Lavrov, or compared with Dr. Jai Shankar of India, or with Peter Sziarto, foreign minister of Hungary, or even with Wang Yi, the foreign minister of China. And I look at those enemy designated by them, so we should hate or something, being extraordinary in their jobs, like diplomats, and look at our fucking clowns. This is what bothers me. We can't be winning like this. We cannot be winning like this. And we're told about meritocracy and exceptionalism, and where? Look who we have as presidents in the past, freaking 70 years, man. This is what bothers me. When you see all these baboons, CIA, FBI chiefs, and you look and you listen to what they say, and you're like, oh my God, these guys are average at best, mediocre at best. This is what bothers me very much, because these are our players, and they are not good. And I'm supposed to play with them against the designated by them, the enemies. I don't see those guys as my enemies. Competitors, yes, as they see us. But I cannot ignore who threw the first rock, for example, here. It was Trump. Who the hell are you to give an ultimatum to another country? And you are the mediator, or the whatever you are. You're not. You're not the mediator. You're part of the problem. I would say the main problem. I don't know. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.